Prime Minister, thank you so much for speaking to Bloomberg. Now, there is a lot of concern, of course, about the deficit, about quantitative easing. You're concerned also about inflation. When will it be the right time to get rid of this quantitative easing from the economy?
Well, the first thing to make sure is that there is a recovery. And I think a lot of people are speculating about things to happen in the future without recognizing that we are still in a world recession that has got to be dealt with by actions that governments alone have been able to take. That quantitative easing has been part of the British, but also other countries, including America's answer to this. And in addition, of course, we've had fiscal and monetary stimulus of a conventional kind as well. The right time to do this is when we are absolutely sure of a recovery. As far as quantitative easing is concerned, separate from the fiscal stimulus I've just been talking about, I think that's a decision that the Bank of England has got to make in the light of all the circumstances that they know, and it's for them to make that decision, and I believe that that will be something that will be in their minds, but they haven't made that decision yet.
Prime Minister, when do we know that we're firmly in a recovery? Is it a couple of months after employment starts to rise?
I think you've got to be pretty sure, given the uncertainty of conditions around the world, that your recovery is not going to be derailed. Essentially, what has faltered in the last year has been private investment. There's been less private consumption. Private trade has actually been cut very substantially. And what we've got to ensure is that as we withdraw what is essentially the public sector stimulus to the economy, that we don't allow the economy to fall back into recession. So that is a decision that requires very careful handling. We've agreed with our international partners it's a decision that requires international cooperation. And at our meeting in September in Pittsburgh with all the G20 countries, there was a determination that we would not abandon or withdraw the fiscal stimulus at this point.
So how concerned are you about unemployment? How long will it continue rising for?
I think unemployment is the personal tragedy that families face as a result of a recession that is not of their doing. And we have got to do everything that we can to make sure that those people who are threatened with unemployment or have suffered a loss of jobs are given all the help that we can. That's why I think the measures that we've taken, some people estimate, have saved or created 500,000 jobs. Our unemployment rate has not risen as fast as other countries, and we're determined by the action we've taken to protect school leavers from unemployment, to make sure that more young people can go to university, that apprenticeships are protected, that people who are long-term unemployed are given, particularly if they're young people, better chances to get back to work. These are all the things that we're doing to keep unemployment down. You know, I'm aware of the problems of the 1980s in Britain when we had a lost generation of people who became long-term unemployed, were lost to the labour market. There was a scarring effect on the economy. It affected families in generational terms, and therefore we're determined to prevent that.
But sir, as things stand, will unemployment get worse before it does get better?
Well, I'm not predicting levels of unemployment, but most people expect that unemployment has continued to rise, and we'll have figures out on that on Wednesday.